If you do the maths, there's 30,000 carers in Rotherham.
Majority of people are providing 24/7 care, but they don't think they are a carer. They think it's the part of their role as a family member.
I don't care for anyone, I just look after my mum and my dad.
And suddenly it dawned on me, this is not a job, this is someone I care for.
I first realised I was a carer after I'd been caring maybe 8 years. My mum had had the stroke and I went round to accident and emergency and I got this telling off from this junior doctor who said, do you realise that you're this lady's carer and you're responsible for her? And I thought, no, that's my mum. That's the first time I thought, well, I'm a carer.
Sometimes carers think it's their duty. I think as well, if you've got a parent that's looking after a child that's disabled, they see it as their parenting role.
My son's needs are through his skin, through his mental health, through him being a slow learner, and I gave up work to look after him. And becoming a carer is not just a job, it's something you do because of the love you have for your own child.
My father is 90, was a miner for 47 years, and as a result of working in the mines has developed COPD. I think it was a professional that said to me, who is it do you care for? And I thought, well, I don't care for anybody really. I'm a mother and I'm a daughter. Does that qualify me as being a carer?
I'm Jean Dunhill and I've been a carer for my husband for some 11.5 years. He had a TIA and it took his memory completely. He doesn't know me. He doesn't know that he's my husband of 61 years. Finish your lunch, that was a really good one. He appears not to have anything wrong with him at all, but he has no cognition and no mobility. I do have plenty of help with the things that I can't do, but I've got very little help with the things that I can do, which are absolutely wearing me out. I am 84 years old and my husband is 85. And so it is really very, very tiring. But, you know, I get up next morning and I start again. Well, Dad, see you later with dinner. Have a good sleep.
My name's Tommy. I'm from Parkgate in Romarsh and I'm 15 and I help my mum. She gets pains in her chest at times and she can't pick things up like she used to. She sometimes gets a bit angry because she can't do things that she used to could do. But doing this, you get to learn more about your parents and your mum and things like that, so it does help the bonding.
My name's John Ford. I care for my wife. Do everything. 90%, 100%. Do everything what I've got to do to give her some sort of life.
When did you first realise that you were a carer?
40 years ago. But I wasn't named a carer, not then. So in these last few years I've been named a carer. In fact, I don't use that word, I'm a husband. I don't like using carer, I'm a husband, first and foremost.
I think the worst thing about carers is they don't recognise themselves. They think it's the child, the husband, it's my job to be a carer. I cared for 10 years for my husband who had dementia and a brain aneurysm, and it was difficult. I couldn't go to the dentist, I couldn't have my hair done, I couldn't go shopping because he couldn't be left alone. And then all of a sudden, after 2 years, somebody said, well, why don't you go to social services? And I'm thinking, I thought they looked after children.
A kind of pot-bellied dwarf.
About 5 years ago, life just stopped for a little while because Ben got seriously ill. So I became a carer, literally, overnight. It was as instant as that. When we came out of the hospital, I was like in a bubble for about 3 or 4 months thinking, if I don't go anywhere and I don't take him out anywhere, well, it's not happened and I'll just stay in the house and I'll just be here and I'll just ignore everything.
I really like caring for my mum because I get to know what a problem is and how I can help in different ways. Sometimes I do think it takes time out, my social life and stuff like that. other day we went roller skating, and like it was just like a little group that we had, and it was really fun even though I fell down 3 times.
I'm an ex-carer now. I cared for my husband with emphysema for quite a few years. Well, a lot of people don't realise they're carers, you know. I've met a lady recently and I said, how's your mum? She said, oh, she's all right. I said, so you're a carer now? She said, no, I'm not caring. I don't care for anyone. I just look after my mum and my dad. I said, yes, but you're their carer. She said, oh, is that what you call them? And I don't think some people realise.
Within the South Asian community especially, there are a number of people who are sharing the task of caring within the family, but they think, you know, I'm not the main carer, I'm not the principal carer, you see, so we all share. I don't see myself as a principal carer.
If you do the maths, there's 30,000 carers in Rotherham. People say 1 in 4 are carers within any group. So if you do the maths, there's so many carers out there that we don't even know about. They don't know about the system, they don't know they can have help, they don't know they're entitled to benefits, and all these things will give them a better quality of life.
I think it's very important that carers are known as soon as possible so that they can get access to the support that they need.
You need to ring Welfare Rights, I'll just get you the benefits number.
The reason I'm still sat here and not on Valium or vodka is that I met other parents.
Caring is enjoyment, and it is fun, and it is lovely. You have your down, bad days, you have your good days, but the best thing are the good days outweigh the bad days. Just smile, just keep going, and the smile of the child or the adult who you're caring for means more than anything in the world.
If you're a carer, or if you know someone that is, then contact Rotherham Carers Corner for help, support and advice about caring.